Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters Plus. So, in this particular episode, it is currently day 19, so we're going to get to day 20. I'm also going to take off night vision because it's kind of ruining the ambiance of most of this, so we're going to do that. Of course, our Vault Crystal is going to go right here. We're going to get some sleep to day 20. And now, I do think it's about time that we make ourselves the Vault Forge, of course the Vault Artisan Station, and a Vault Recycler. And of course these things are all going to give us some stuff, but overall we're not going to worry about that, except for going into the quests to claim them. Acquire Vault Forge, we got that. Scrapping Vault Gear, acquire Vault Recycler. We also need to forge a magnet in the Vault Forge. We also have a couple knowledge stars and a mod box, which will give us some knowledge shards as well, which is great. Now what we're gonna do is, I don't know, do I want to set this up outside? You know, we'll set it up right here. I don't really, it doesn't really matter too much. And let's make sure that we click our Vault Gold into our pouch, of course. And what we can also do is put the Vault Alloy in here and craft ourselves up a Vault Magnet, which is nice because it's rare, although it's kind of bad, especially considering our current magnet. So, you know, maybe not the magnet we really wanted, but who cares, really? Acquire an alchemy table. We got a little bit more Vault Alloys, so we could roll for some new stuff, especially boots and leggings, since we don't really have a new set of either of those. But you think for now we still have a couple other things that we do need to take care of. Also, gotta make sure that I don't pick up Vault Gold with that. And Artisan Station, acquire an Artisan Station. I already have one, so we just gotta pick it up again, pop you down, and now we grab you, and we need to re-roll some modifiers. So this is where the Vault Plating will come in, which is why we have a ton of it, and why I haven't been really throwing it away, because it just all goes in here, and then we can re-roll. And 7 item rarity, it's okay, but we don't have the copiously on it, and the pickup range is a little short, so I think regardless, we're not going to use it, we're instead just going to scrap it, but we do get to claim that as completed, which is great, so we don't have to worry about that. What is nice as well is that we get Vault Scrap, which we can turn into proficiency, and potentially get better and better gear in our Vault Forge. What I'm also going to do, though, is grab an ornate chest scroll, grab ourselves some driftwood, and we're going to make ourselves a beautiful handy dandy ornate chest to store these focuses in, because we're gonna need to, because there's gonna be a lot of them. Anyway, we should probably come over here and grab the rest of our other focuses things, and we can also chuck the carbon in there because we don't really need to worry about it. And we can actually make ourselves a new set of boots, as well as leggings, and potentially get something pretty good, although our current ones are pretty decent, and neither of those are very good. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to scrap all of our old gear, and that is going to help us upgrade the potential in our Vault Forge to get even better gear off rip right here, and that's just what we're going to do. We're going to scrap all this stuff, just kind of see what we end up getting. Now, thanks to scrapping all that, we have 178 Vault Scrap, which we're going to turn into getting us to Adept, which is just Common Plus, but we have a 4% chance to get a greater modifier, which is great, as well as we got 16 Vaulterite, which thankfully, when we combine it in here, we get some Vault Alloy with, of course, Chromatic Steel. So now we have 17 Vault Alloy, which will let us roll some stuff. We can't go super crazy, but we can at least potentially get a better set of leggings. These ones are pretty decent, although we do need item quantity on something, so 7% item rarity again. Honestly, that's kind of nuts, as well as the current one's ability power crazy. We might try re-rolling or getting a new leggings, just because these are potentially, they could be better, especially considering the fact that they only have 6% healing efficiency and 10% effective ones, which are minimum rolls, so maybe we get something better? Not really. Okay, what about you? 5% item quantity, but again, minimum rolls for effective ones and healing efficiency. A little bit more armor, though, which is nice. Let's roll them one more time. Less item quantity, the same other stuff. You know what? These two will have to do for now, and we're gonna have to enchant them and everything. That's exactly what I'm gonna do real quick. But we also have some knowledge to go through, and what I think we're gonna do, go belts, we go stack upgrades. I think right now, though, we really want stack upgrades or refined storage. But I really want stack. I think we go stack upgrades. I can't help it. I just can't. And now, what is the first stack upgrade going to cost us? Honestly, not very much. Okay. Well, I guess we'll scrap these, we'll enchant these, and then we'll get into our level 16 vault. Well, I was thinking about it while I was getting that taken care of, and I realized we still have yet to make ourselves a black market. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Although I don't even know if we've unlocked it. We have unlocked it, so we can use it. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll just plop it in the corner, and we can potentially get some pretty good stuff from here. We have 11,000 soul shards, which what I want to do right this second is I'm just gonna buy a bunch of random items. We're just gonna gotcha pull it. Let's see what we get for item number 1. One vault platinum, honestly, pretty dope. What about item number 2? A repair core, pretty dope to be honest. What about number 3? Scrappy plus sword, okay. Number 4, scrappy plus wand, okay. Number 5, a knowledge star, you know what, I'll take it. Number 6, a hamburger. Okay, number 7, another hamburger. Honestly, I will definitely take it. Get ourselves those hamburgers eaten up. Of course, we have 2 pieces of vault gear to run for that, which is great. A repair core is massive because repair cores are really expensive. Sword, compared to our current sword, 15 attack damage, but we do have the, of course, heart frag chance, chaining attacks, and extra attack damage on that guy. So this one, and the wand for that matter, I think we're just gonna scrap, and then we'll run the vault. Okay, well, everything seems to be prepared. I did end up upgrading our pickaxe a little bit because I killed some random mobs during, I think, last night, and we got some more enchanted golden apples, so we now have Fortune 25, which is a little bit, you know, insane on our pickaxe, but pretty decent. You know, I'll say it's fairly good. Anyway, what we're gonna do, we'll just run this vault, I guess. It's a crazier vault, so we'll just kind of see what we get. I don't know, will there be anything special? Who knows? I think our goal for this particular episode is to get to day 25, as well as what we really want to do is, I think what we really want to do here is definitely going to be just prioritizing getting as many living chests as possible, and then what we also want to do is just complete as many vaults as possible, get to level 20, day 25, unlock the rarer stuff that we can get, as well as, of course, for the most part, these wooden chests are just worth opening for the XP. You know, it's pretty decent, pretty cool. I don't know, I'm just very much enjoying getting to play Vault Hunters Plus, and just having it be as absurd as it really just should be with this. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching it as well. Of course, I will be making a 100 days video once we hit 100 days, but I'm also making weekly updates and everything, and I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more this week, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But beautiful, bruh. Did not mean to make that pun, but you know what? We did it, so I'm not going to hesitate whatsoever. Anyway, it looks like there's another living POI up here, so let's just grab you, why don't we? And of course, let's just build ourselves over, even though I'm a little bit sped, but it's all good, because we're just chilling. I do think, though, that maybe getting some more knockback resistance would be a big thing, but I don't fully know. I did test the immortality theory when it comes to the way that Vault Hunters interacts with some of the other mods, and it does work. So that is going to be our late game plan, and to see that, you are going to have to stay tuned, because that's going to be a very interesting but also relatively late game. I think we need to get to level like 67 in order to fully implement it and get the insane stuff going. So just make sure to stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a little while, but also not an insane amount of time. Also, I'm going to be posting some Valorant videos soon-ish, so stay tuned for that as well, because, I mean, you might want to miss it, but if you want to see me play Valorant again, yeah, leave a comment, because I just love posting whatever I enjoy posting, and you guys seem to enjoy everything that I enjoy making, so just thank you guys so much. I don't know what I did to deserve, just the random fans that I have, but you know what? Thank you. So, from the bottom of my heart, it genuinely means the world to me that I get to do this. And, I just really appreciate it. Why is that guy immortal? What added immortality to the vaults? What added immortality to the vaults? Oh! Apparently one of the, things that I grabbed added mobs being immortal to the vault, which is great. Although I don't think we can really take damage from them, so it's not too big of a deal, but it is just annoying. I do think our current damage reduction is stronger than they can hit, so actually not really. It seems like they can do a little bit of damage, but only like half a heart at a time, so you know what? Fair enough. I'm just here for some of the loot, but also potentially if we get some... Oh, hello there. We're taking a lot of damage. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's just do that. There we go. There's trap now. Holy, okay. That was a bit of a risk for, what, a common plus leggings at my current level, so maybe not worth it, but it's all good. Okay, that's all I needed to remind me that we should not take anything that has ethereal as a brazier, because those things give it immortal. I forgot about that. That's really obnoxious, right? It's fine. At least we found one player gem. That's the big thing, and we're just getting an insane amount of Larimar. Holy, okay. I don't know if I'm ever gonna need Larimar after, just mining some of this, but I might, because mine rooms cost, I think, what, 200 Larimar? So maybe we'll need them, maybe not, who knows. Ooh, black opal, that's quite rare, so I'm very happy. Looks good. 25 black opal from that one black opal ore, which is great. Anything back there? Larimar, of course, that's why you always check back there, because sometimes you get something that's a little bit more difficult to find. Anyway, I don't know why I put on that accent. That was weird. Okay, let's just come over here, and anything down here? It looks like we didn't get much, but you know what? That's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Actually, Upaline. Upaline was right there, so we did find some. 27 Upaline, 24 Gorgonite, which is kind of insane. But, I mean, it's Vault Hunters Plus. Come on. The mobs are getting more difficult much faster than they would in normal Vault Hunters, so it's valid. Anyway, we have one available point. What do I want to put it in? We'll go knockback resistance. Alternatively... Hey, what about... Did I open that chest? I don't think I did. There we go. It's open now. It's fine. Let's go down and see what we get. There's some soul shards down here that I left. I need a longer range magnet as well, because currently... a magnet is incredibly short, and I can't pick up half of the things that I end up dropping on the ground, which is kind of lame, but it's fine. It's mostly just soul shards, so it's not insanely... 30 seconds. We just didn't waste time. We got all the loot that we wanted to get. That's what really happened. That's all that happened. 26.5k XP. Not an insane amount of XP, though. Unfortunately, thankfully, we did get, of course, our 2 levels, which is great. And thankfully, that does mean that I can put more into, or I can put some into getting Witchery, or I could level up Arcane to the max. I do think Witchery, because of how powerful soul shards are, we go for that. Of course, the mana regen is already quite helpful as it is, but we did end up getting quite a bit of loot, so let's just go through that nice and quick. Of course, our augment's just going to go down there because we don't really need it. We did get some jewels, which are probably going to go just straight onto our pickaxe, except for that one's kind of useless. That one's not great either. 1% item quantity, minimum roll, so we're not going to use that one. Max roll item quantity, you know what? I will definitely take that one. But everything else kind of dookie. So those guys will just go in here too. And we do have some vault gear to roll, as well as a bunch of knowledge essence, which is great because that's all going to turn into some beautiful, beautiful knowledge shards first, and then we'll roll the commons, and then we'll roll the rares, just because we've got enough to roll them in order. but let's also just combine you guys. So 42 knowledge shards. Kind of insane. Let's be perfectly honest. 32, and then we get ourselves 8 for 40. That's kind of insane. Just not expecting that many. Anyway, this chest plate, kind of bad compared to our current one. Vault axe was the only rare one, and the sword is not near as good as our current sword, so we're just going to leave that back there. Now, let's do this, where we of course need to combine these guys into you. That way we get ourselves our 4 knowledge cores, and that is going to be enough for all but one. So we just need, of course, our last little perfect Benny Toit, and then of course our last little knowledge core, and our 5th knowledge stars. So I think we should do, vault map is big, costs 4. I don't know if we want that yet or not. Alternatively, we could go belts. Fine storage is only 2. So what I think we're gonna do is vault map, fine storage, we get an iron generator, we set that up, we get that going, and we just go with that. And I think that's the current plan. Although I do know that what we really want to do next is unlock botany pots, which costs another 4. So maybe we run another vault going for some insane living chest. For now, we just relax for a second. 7 item rarity. I need item quantity again. Item rarity's fine, but item quantity is what we really need. Plus our current ones are fairly decent, so I think for now we'll leave that. Our current one is thorns damage. I'd love a good block chance, but again, our current one's epic with 17% soul quantity, which is big, and big effect avoidance, as well as durability damage reduction, which is big. To roll the wand, and if we get a really good wand that has arcane scaling, so it increases our level of arcane, charm, minimum soul quantity, absolute garbage. Honestly, a really pretty decent sword. Rare sword. Honestly, I might re-roll it for chaining. We get attack damage that's big too, and then these leggings, I'm gonna re-roll until we get some kind of item quantity, I guess, because I don't think I can skimp out on these. Well, surprisingly, finding a bunch of flowers wasn't too difficult. It was just a little bit of a ways away and get back to our home, although for some reason on paths it just puts us into the ground, but that's fine. It's all good. We did get the flowers that we needed, which is great, and now we can get ourselves our vault crystal. Let's see what the next one is going to cost us. And then still gotta do the stuff for these guys. Unfortunately, check out what the next one's gonna cost us. Some dirt, some arrows, some gold, some seeds. Honestly, not bad at all. Let's scrap this stuff and roll this stuff, I guess. Now that is what I'm talking about. Let's see what we can get on the sword. Well, you know, we didn't get an insane roll, unfortunately, but we did get 3 attack damage, and then the 2 chaining attacks. It did cost us quite a bit of stuff, so very unhappy about that. But you know what? Overall, I'm gonna run this vault. Hopefully we get to level 20. If we can, that'd be great, but I don't know if it's super doable. Okay, well, day 25. Probably should empty my inventory out first before we run into the vault. Hey, let's run the vault. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Come on, anything special? Will it be an elixir vault? It's a brazier vault again. Okay, it looks like this is a frozen one, which means it could be a little bit dangerous. I did end up making a second thing that gives the enemies potentially being immortal, because that really was annoying last vault. Anywho, let's just see what we can end up getting. A bunch of living chests is actually kind of massive, because we needed those, but who knows what else we'll find. Shiver throws a lot of health, but cannot move very fast. You know what? It's all good, because that just gives us some free XP anyway. Anything over here? Not really. I guess we'll just go up, and then we can kind of skedaddle. Oh my gosh, the first thing that's actually happened in this vault, a champion. We got an Omega plus unidentified magnet. Excuse me? Champion mobs are just the way to go. Okay, we gotta find as many mobs as we can just to see if we can get in as many champion mobs as we can. I didn't realize champion mobs were that OP. What? I thought they only got more OP at higher levels. That's actually insane. Okay, we just need champion mobs. We just grind for free champions, I guess. This is absurd. What? Excuse me? Well, I was starting to head back, and I found some, beautiful little ore room. So we're just gonna casually loot this guy. Of course, we also got an echo gem from a previous one of the little braziers. that you claim after the vault is, like, after you've gotten the ones from the objective, the other ones give you little things. It's like that one gave us another echo. Honestly, amazing, because echo gems are the rarest vault gem. I believe even in the JEI it calls them a legendary vault gem. They're the rarest and so hard to find, and you actually need quite a few of them for late game. So getting 2 this early on is quite amazing, and I'm very happy that we did. Although potentially it would be great if we could get a little bit more stuff. Also, it looks like our pickaxe is still taking some durability damage, so I may need to add some more unbreaking. We can always upgrade it in the future, and I probably will, but for now, we just gotta run out of the vault. We got a bunch of stuff, so I don't want to waste it at all. And let's just see what we ended up getting after we get out of here. Well, we've got a little bit extra time for this vault, which is great, because otherwise I wouldn't want to risk the stuff that we have, but, you know, it's all good. We got the stuff we got. We got a bunch of stuff. Let's see how much XP we got. 32,000. Honestly, pretty dope. We got to level 20, which is perfect. We also got a bunch of stuff. Thankfully, 150 something knowledge essence, which is great. What does that put us to for knowledge shards? 20, which will give us an additional 2, which is great. That puts us on our way. I mean, it's not all the way to everything yet, but it's on our way, and you know what? That's all that really matters for right now, at least. So let's get ourselves those Bennytite, extraordinary Bennytites completed. And we'll get our knowledge cores, and then of course we get ourselves our beautiful handy dandy knowledge stars, which we will of course eat. We've got a bunch of stuff to roll, vault gear wise. Of course we got all this stuff. We also got the other stuff in here. We got an augment. I don't think we completed any bounties. We need to gather elixir for a bounty, but of course I also need to open up that bounty crate, because it's going to give us some more stuff that we can open. And I think what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to spec into some stuff. So, we have expertise to spend, and what I think I want to do, Marketer only gives us rerolls in the market. Bounty Hunter reduces our bounty wait period, so we can complete a ton of bounty. We can do Bartering, Artisan, Unbreakable, Infuser, Lucky Altar, Fortuitous Finesse, Divine. Honestly, I think we go Bounty Hunter. That seems like the best one right this second. And then 2 unspent skill points. Kind of tempted to go Horde Mastery, because it gives us immediately a plus 50% soul quantity for Horde type mobs. Could also go to Dungeon Mastery. Honestly, wait, when do we unlock dungeons? Is that in level 20? Dungeon Doors and Vendors. Okay, so we got to level 20. We unlocked Dungeon Doors and Vendors. So, I think what I might do is resistance against dungeon mobs, or we'll just do Horde Mastery for now. That's all we're gonna do. Not gonna worry about it. Not gonna overthink it. Just gonna go for that. Botany pots cost 4, so we're gonna wait for that. And I guess what I'll do, emeralds will go in there, and let's combine some of these to see what we end up getting. I do think I want to keep fertility so that we can get the whatever we need to breed around us breeding. But still falling water breathing step assist. Get haste for that. Okay, not bad at all. And another step assist. Honestly, I'll take 3 step assists. It's pretty big, so I will definitely take that. And, you know, a bunch of vault cobblestone. I guess we'll just tuck it into here. It's starting to fill up some stuff, so maybe I make another chest for it. Or use this living chest for it. I think that's what we'll do. It's planks. We'll chuck it in the corner, just so it's kind of out of the way. We don't really have to worry about it. And I guess we'll roll the gear now, and I'll sort inventory after I finish recording the episode. So, to roll our axe, our leggings, and our magnet. Of course, we have the Omega Plus magnet, which is definitely going to be our new magnet, so probably should take off our current magnet. Honestly, none of this stuff's really too great. The living is big, but it's on a scrappy plus gear piece, so, you know, we're not going to keep it whatsoever. Let's just move on. Let's get you guys going. Come on, come on. Anything great? Shield, not great. Sword, not great. Wand, not great. Leggings, not great. Okay, you know what? Not super unhappy. It just means that we're saving all of our luck for the Omega Magnet, which will be really, really good, right? Axe, we're not going to use. This chest plate, we could potentially roll some good stuff on it. So I will, because we can get some good stuff on it. Wand will, I don't know. But let's roll our Omega Magnet, and we'll see what we end up getting. Come on, give me something good. Give me something crazy good. Crazy good, crazy good. 6% item rarity, 4.5% copiously. We can re-roll some of this stuff, but honestly, the pickup range is pretty decent. Probably gonna re-roll till we get a higher item rarity. Honestly, they're pretty decent, so I don't know. I'm gonna re-roll this guy though, but I do think I'm gonna end this particular episode right here, right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!